Alabama, Oak Top, Mississippi, Possum Point, Georgia, Miami.
Who's Amy?
Miami.
Hey, you mean your Amy?
Bo Hunkers.
Bo Hookers?
Bo Hunkers.
Bo Hunkers?
Oh, I beg your pardon. Hoboken.
Hoboken. Oh, well, Mr. Conductor, I want to go to Hot Town.
Hot Town?
Yes,
That's the last stop.
Last-
All aboard.
All right, sir.
Greetings and salutations, everybody. Hey, happy Canada Day. Unfortunately, I was not able to set up the throwing system for the dialogue, which really gets under my grill, but we're gonna make do with what we have. That's one element of scuff here on this 158th, 158th birthday of Canada. Anyway, we're hopping over here to OpenGuessr. OpenGuessr is similar to GeoGuessr, but GeoGuessr costs money. OpenGuessr costs a lot less money. OpenGuessr is good. Okay. There we are. Everything seems okay. Let's just do a quick test of chat, and we'll see how that goes.
Greet_1914 said T-Tours.
T-Tours it is, yes. And that's over my face. I'm going to have to remedy that. But first I want to check something out.
Tethercat said 1-2. Tethercat said 3-4.
Check it out. I actually managed to somehow get comments working. I honestly don't know what's going on with Stream Ninja, but hey, we're here and it's all good. It's working tonight. So I don't have the throwing thing. And you know what? Let me take one split second and I'll see if I can set it up ever so briefly. And if I can, great. And if I can't, well, then we're just gonna... Oh, no, wait. No. Boom, 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 boom. It dawned on me that it was gonna load up this window. I had a panic moment. So we're doing without. We're not doing it. That's fine. No throwing stream. You guys are just gonna have to shout extra loud. All right, let's hop into it, everybody. Welcome aboard. We're doing OpenGuessr, and we are playing in Canada. Canada seems pretty simplistic, all things considered. There we go. The game plops you somewhere in somewhere in the world, and somewhere in the world you have to find out where you are. Now you can specify specific locations, nationalities, wherever you might want. And in this case, being the 158th anniversary of Canada, of Confederation, we are in Canada. So I popped this on earlier. I have no idea where we are. Let's find out. Oh, apparently we are at the Hanover Care McVean Lodge Long-Term Care and Assisted Living Facility. Remember, everybody, it's living by the golden rule. Well, we know we're in Hanover. That makes things simple. This is Canada, everybody. Huge. We know that Hanover is in Ontario. We know that. We know that. In fact, it's a 519 number. Hanover. Hanover. There's Hanover right there. Kaboop. Now we're looking for the Hanover Care McVean Lodge Long-Term Care and Living Assistant. And let's just take a look at this place. It looks very beautiful. My God, that music is low. Gotta pull that music up a bit. There we go. I'm gonna be adjusting the music off and on and off and on. You just know this. Where's my window? There it is. What's that sign say? That doesn't say anything. This is scenic Hanover. It's very beautiful out. This is a long-term care facility. At the Hanover Care and McVean Lodge. Now, where would that be? Well, it's on 17th Avenue. We know that. In fact, we know that it's directly at 700 19th Avenue. We know that. 19th Avenue. Where's 19th Avenue? Oh, and there's the Hanover Care Center. That's the facility we're looking at. Very nice. I haven't moved yet. So I think that if we were to come around this corner, we would drive right into us. So let's look at this cul-de-sac. Lodge. I think actually we're right there. I think that's the cul-de-sac. And then it comes around and then it scoots around the back. And if we were looking at this map and we come around this corner, we do a little S-bend, we can go in around there. And if that road were to extend, it would come straight at us. So I'm thinking that if that road comes straight at us, we're pretty much right there. Okay, everyone, that's my guess. Welcome, GeoGuessr Canada. 3 meters. No, that was much easier than Japan. So, let's go over some of the rules of this game, shall we? We're going to our next screen. Oh yes, that's Saskatchewan. Okay, so some of the rules of this game are: we're going to play in games of 5 increments, of which this would be here.
Tethercat said Game 1, Round 2. Tethercat said Game 1, Round 2.
Love it. Thank you, Chat Rat. And we're going to play 5 rounds per game. Now, in the past, we have played 1 round. We played 5 rounds, and 1 round would take about, I don't know, anywhere between half an hour to 45 minutes. Each game would take about an hour and a half. I don't think that's going to be the case, if this is any indication. I think we're going to go through quite a few Canadian games. There's no real merit to the scoring or the arbitrary aspect. Once again, this is OpenGuessr. So we're just going to play and have some fun. It's Canada Day. Happy Canada Day, everybody. Or is there a, hey, Greed, you master of the Twitch emote. Is there some form of emote that equates to Canada? A maple leaf, I don't know Twitch emotes, but I think that, I think Canadian emotes would be the flavor of the day. Flavor spelled F-L-A-V-O-U-R. Translation Chan is having trouble keeping up. Okay, here we are, round 2. The roads give stuff away. It says here MB8, and I can't help but think that means Manitoba Border 8 or some such. So loosely, we're going to toss things into Manitoba, because Manitoba has a lot of waterways, but it's on the border of Saskatchewan, and that's a huge flat plain of this is all flatland right here. So if we were looking at MB8, my guess would be somewhere in Manitoba and probably somewhere in around there. But let's find out. Let's continue our search. Now then, which way do we go? That's north. This is definitely the prairies. Oh, looks like we got a sign. Yeah, that's maximum 100 kilometers per hour. Well, we can go north, but it looks like a lot of vehicles are traveling this way, so let's follow these vehicles. Is that a sign? It's not a sign, but that is another motorist. Hi, how you doing, hoser? That's a green license plate. Makes me think this might be Saskatchewan. This might very well be Saskatchewan. Alright, and if that's the case, maybe we'll just drop something in here. Boop. Maybe there. Okay. And let's continue. I guess we were south. Was I heading north or south? I think I was heading south. Let's go south. And it's going to be a whole bunch of this. So, I anticipated that we were going to get stuck in the prairies. I really anticipated this. Oh, look, we got a roadway. Oh, what's that say? What a sign. So, what I did, Manitoba 225. We are in Manitoba. So what I anticipated was I went out and I found a Canadian joke book. It's the book of Canadian jokes. If they eat berries in Barrie, Ontario, what do they eat in Red Deer, Alberta? The answer to this amazing trivia question is dearies. That's right, they eat berries. They must eat dearies. Alright, let's continue on. There's going to be more jokes throughout the day, so be prepared. These are Canadian jokes on Canada's 158th birthday. Real estate in the Interlake and Winnipeg. So we're near Winnipeg. That's good. And I think the sign said 225. Was that right? Sign say 225? Yeah, 225. We're heading south. And we're coming over to 225. So that's the border of Manitoba right there. I guess we're just gonna kind of zoom in, and there's 255. 240. 240. 200. A little too far. 216. It's good that no matter where you go in the world, no one knows how to number a thing. Thing is just so poorly numbered. It's great. 229, 227, 221. Once again, we are looking for 225. So yes, everyone, if you're watching, let me know how the audio is, if there's any audio issues. Let me know how the music is. Could the music be a little louder? Could I be a little quieter? Are you trying to read? Are you trying to concentrate? Am I too nosy? What are you doing? Doing in the corner? Stop that. It was Canada Day, and I went out and enjoyed some of the festivities. It's a celebration locally. There were many people dressed in their reds and their whites. 25. It was a celebratory day. I had a lemonade. It was a good lemonade. 225. Where's that? I saw a whole bunch of people. I saw a local politician who waved me down. That kind of terrified me. You never know when you're going to get in trouble with the local politician. 227, 220. And I had a lemonade. A lemonade got recommended to me. Tethercat, said my friend, you need to go and find this particular lemonade stand and go have some lemonade. And I thought, yes, this is a necessity. And on a hot day like today it was. It hit the spot. It was the best gosh darn sugar water I'd had in ages. Okay, we can't readily find 225, so we're just going to ignore it for the time being. We know it's in this general area, so we're going to put a loose bookmark here, and we're going to look for some more clues. Because we know that this services Winnipeg. Oh, I guess we're on MB8. I guess we could have searched for the corner of MB8 and... oh, there's 8. Made things rather easy. So we're at the corner of 8 and 225. 229. 231. 8. Once again, it's good to see that the numbering system is dead on. Good job, game. But at least we found 8. Now we're just kind of checking out to see if we can find 225. Well, let's put that aside for the time being, and we'll come back to it. know we're in the general vicinity anyway. 8 and 225. Yeah, we're on the track. It's somewhere around here. Let's put in a marker there, and we'll head back to the map. So, let's head down to. No, we don't want to head down to 225. Not at all. Oh, what's this? Road 98 North and Pollock Road. Okay, Road 98. There's Road 98 North. Road 98 North. And Pollock. That definitely appears to be a highway. And what we are on is currently not a highway. Not even in the least. But we know there's a cemetery. Like, can we find out the name of the cemetery? Oh yeah, that's a cemetery, alright. There's a cemetery. Not to disparage the cemetery, I'm sure it's a nice cemetery, it's just that it's not exactly extensive or anything.
One Haley said, Bob,
Hey!
I like the Canada maps. But I always get fooled by northwestern area of Nova Scotia and parts of Alberta. Both look very similar.
Luckily, we're not playing in those areas. It's great seeing you around, Haley. It's good having you back. I've got a little bit of a new setup because my chat window can handle both YouTube and Twitch simultaneously. And it's something I'm still struggling to figure out, and I'm glad I got it working for this stream. Road 98 North and Pollock. We're still looking for these two items. As well as a potential cemetery along the way. I think I need to add stronger music. Yeah, anyway. We are definitely playing some runs with scissors. We are definitely playing some OpenGuessr tonight, and it's Canada Day, and yeah, we're just gonna have a little bit of fun here is what we're doing. That's his cemetery. Oh, here we go. 107. 106. Great. Let's do it. Heading over to 98, everybody. 101. Strzelecki, Domina, Pollock. Road 98 and Pollock. There's Prout. So I think we're really close. Oh, and there's 225. Great. So let's rewind. Let's rewind and head back to where we were. Kaboop. We started here. We started on 8. And we turned around. And we
One Haley said, I do like when it plops me down in BC. The transit is super recognizable, LOL.
Yes.
Greed_1914 said you could tell me that is a picture from around here and I would believe it.
I'll agree. I don't know where you are, and I don't know where around here is, but if it's in prairie/farming country, then yes, absolutely. Okay, so we're just we're a little bit north of there. Let's go back and we'll see what the distance is to Domina Ponemea Road. Okay, now we're facing north, and let's do a couple of clicks and see. Oh, and by the way, this is what it looks like. Like, this is Manitoba. Specifically near a giant lake north of Winnipeg. This is where we are on the world map. We're right here. So we're really close to Winnipeg Beach. It's cool. Where was I going? I was going north, and I was trying to see what the distance was to the nearest. Oh, had we just gone a little bit closer, we would have found this road sign. Gimli. Oh, Guy Madden. Gimli is one of the greatest Canadian movies. If you ever get a chance to see Tales from the Gimli Hospital, which is one of my... Oh, we are a distance away from that road. So, okay. So, that being the case, you know what? We are... That's Pollock. And if we were to travel up there, I'd say we are almost like right here. I'm gonna put our marker right here, and we're gonna take our guess. Here we go, everybody. 85 meters. I find that respectable. I find that incredibly respectable. Not bad. Not bad. Good job, everybody. Well done. And by the way, this is a good stream. There is no backseating, so by all means, please, if you have any suggestions where we are, fire away, add your contribution. We welcome it here. All I ask, the only thing I ask, my sole request, is that you don't dox me. Game 1.
Tethercat said game 1, round 3. Tethercat said game 1, round 3. Tethercat said hydration check. Tethercat said hydration check. One Haley said my GeoGuessr sub only lets me play round in 5 minutes. So I go no move and just have to get good maps.
Right. And I totally get that, Haley, and that's why we're playing on OpenGuessr currently, is because OpenGuessr is cheaper than GeoGuessr. OpenGuessr costs $6 per year. GeoGuessr costs your firstborn for 5 minutes. So, my only request, everybody, my only request is that you don't dox me, because I am Canadian, and if it does appear that I'm in an area which anyone knows me from, like I'm from the Toronto area, I've stated that much, but if anyone, yeah, just don't dox me. That's all I ask. With that said, though, we're into round 3. And we are, well, it says Township Road something something. We're definitely in a farm field. Oh, what's going on here? Those aren't tents. Those are something that's covering something anyway. Yeah, it looks like, yeah, that's a farmhouse. Great, so we're in the middle of nowhere again, everybody. Welcome aboard, welcome to the game. We're in Canada. We're playing in Canada today. Okay. Let's go this way. Now, it looks like there's rain on the camera lens. There's this blackened, dottish aberration on the camera lens, and I think it might be a raindrop. So, anyway, we'll keep going. Can you imagine how bored it must have been for the... Like, I'm certain that the people who drove the Google Maps car were really excited to get the job. We get to drive across the entire world. And it must have been so boring to do these back roads on day 792 without any respite. Alright. Well, we're on a township road. We know that much. Oh, we got a road sign. Township Road 15. Alright, we're on Township Road 15. Good job. I think we've solved the case.
One Haley said I know Yat, won't say where Yat are of 3 are, then I watched you in your room playing FF6 back in the first years of high school LOL.
That's correct. For anyone watching, Haley and I used to go to the same high school. That was more a cautionary request to Haley. For as well, there's a couple other people I have on stream every now and then who join me, who know where I am. A couple of individuals, so it's just a cautionary tale. I'm Tethercat. I'm a blue cat who hangs upside down. I come from a junkyard near Toronto. And that's all anyone needs to know. And I'm also really good at Canadian geography. You know what's funny though? I really suck at Canadian geography. It was one of my worst subjects, speaking of high school and school in general. I'm really bad at geography. However, I'm really good at place names. Stonehill Lane is this way. Something makes me suspect that the word hill should be put in quotes. Up here in Canada, they don't know how to clean their lenses or take not blurry photos. And the other thing about OpenGuessr that I found when I was playing in Japan. When I was playing OpenGuessr in Japan...
One Haley said the problem with Canadian geography in relation to map guessing. So much of it looks the same.
And that's precisely the point I was getting at, was that when we played in Japan, they would often toss us in the middle of a mountain. Good luck. You'd spend 45 minutes trying to get off a mountain of twists and turns. At least here I can kind of zone out and do some aimless clicking. We're heading west. But yeah, Canada, it's so vast. Canada is so large that OpenGuessr, see, GeoGuessr will toss you at least in some populated area. OpenGuessr will just throw you in the middle of nowhere. Haha, you want to play this game? It's only $6 per year. Boom, you're in the middle of nowhere. Golly, we're in farmland again. Anyway, hopefully there's civilization at some point down this road. Oh, looks like they cleaned the camera. Don't know what happened there, but hey, that's good. And they cleaned the camera, and there's still nothing ahead of us. Wait, what was that? The game did a little bit of a dipsy doodle. Oh, here we go. Range Road. Range Road is paved. It's paved. Let's head down Range Road, everybody. Axle weight allowance. All right, we're on Range Road. Let her rip. We're going south. Well, now's as good a time as any for a joke. Wow, I just took a brief look. Oh wow, there's swearing in this joke book. There's a joke about autoimmune deficiency syndrome. Like, this is a horrible book. How many Anglophones does it take to prepare a good meal? None. It's impossible for an Anglophone to cook a good meal. Kids, you have no idea how happy I am that I only spent $4 on this Canadian joke book. I think I need $3 back. What's this? Holy crap, someone put a 2002 Super 7 lottery ticket in here. No kidding, there's a 2002. All right, we're gonna draw for the Super 7 lottery ticket. If anyone has the winning number from November 22nd, 2002, of 04 09 17 19 28 44 46. Once again, those numbers are 4 9 17 19 28 44 and 46. If you have that winning combination from 2002, your lottery ticket is in my joke book. Stupid thing to find. Here's a joke about the British North America Act. Oh, we got us a road. Here's a joke about the British North America Act. Where was the British North America Act of 1867 signed? It was signed at the bottom. A Canadian and an American are having a coffee. One is working on a crossword puzzle.
One Haley said I was going to say. On a desk.
And you would have been right. And a Canadian and American are having a coffee. One is working on a crossword puzzle. The American asks, what's a 12-letter word for boredom? The Canadian replies, Constitution. $4. This joke book cost me $4. Canadian jokes. Who was Sir John A. Macdonald? The greatest Tory ever told. It's the first Prime Minister of Canada, Sir John A. Macdonald. He was with the Tory party. It's wonderful. In an interview on CBC television in 1974, Prime Minister Pearson defined politics in a novel way. He called politics the skilled use of blunt objects. Hey, we found us a road. Thank God. Canadian joke books. We'll get back to that. We're at Alberta 526. All right, everyone. We're looking at Alberta. Which could be anywhere in here. And we're looking at 526. What is that anyways? That's just National Road 526. Okay. Let's try closer to the bottom. 526. 526. Got 510 and 507, 519, 513. There's the border. We got 528, 524, 524, 539, 526. Well, it looks like 526 is a relatively short stretch, so that's good. So now, that's 526, and we were on Range Road 173, according to this tiny little thing. Next two. Blastin' Tires, home of tires. Alright, so we were looking at Range Road 173. Range Road 173. One 6 4 6 5 7 7 1 1 2. Okay. Currently, we are here. But that's not where we came from. We started north. And we were north all the way. I think it was to the top. Township Road 150. And on Road 150, I think we were heading
One Haley
west.
said have only been in Alberta twice. Once at the airport for 5 hours.
Huh. Just working on... What's that? Work with me here. Social stream ninja. Oh, I think I gotta go into the... Bear with me. Well.
Tethercat said 1-2. Tethercat said 1-2. Tethercat said 3-4. Tethercat said 3-4.
Okay. Sorry about that, everyone. I had to do my best on that one to remove a certain sensitive / doxing comment on a that was made by Haley. Very innocent, but something that was revealed personal information. So I'm gonna have to go back once the stream is concluded and just kind of fuzz that out a bit. No harm, no foul. Let's continue on, shall we? All right. Next up, let's see. I was over here. So we were on Alberta 526 and Range Road 173. And if I recall, we headed up here and we started on Township Road 150, and then we just started heading west a long time. Had we gone east, we would have hit the Veterans Memorial Highway, but we went west a long time. So we're somewhere on this road. Let's rewind back. And this time we'll go east and see if we can find this, how far it is between there and here. We were on this road for a long time. So let's go this way. Yeah. Still wonder what these orange tents are. Okay. Now then. What's this? Yeah, Township Road 15. Good. But 15 and what? Yeah, it's too fuzzy. Yeah, welcome to Canada, everybody. Specifically Alberta, specifically southeast of Calgary and north of Lethbridge. By the way, we are south of Drumheller, and Drumheller is one of my favorite places in Canada. In fact, it's a possibility, and I'm not saying it's a probability, that I might have actually have been on this particular road oh so long ago when I was traveling across Canada myself. I remember being in the Drumheller, Calgary, Edmonton area, and it was fun. Here's a fun fact. Tethercat has a fear of open spaces, and as such, when I was traveling through the prairie provinces, and specifically Saskatchewan and Alberta, it terrified me. Okay, that is a really long way away. So that is a antagonistically far distance. So I'm going to put that we are here. I'm going to put that, yeah, roughly we're right there. It's a blind guess, but hey, it's as good as any. Okay, everyone, that's the guess. Let's see how we do. We were about a kilometer away. We were a kilometer away on a blind guess somewhere in Canada, and you know what? I'll take it. In fact, we were actually within 2 locations. Yeah, that was a blind guess. Okay, everyone. And now we are on to
Tethercat said Game 1, Round 4. Tethercat said Game 1, Round 4.
Excellent. And now, let's see where we are. We're on line 47, apparently. One of the downsides of playing in Japan is that when it gives you a name, or you don't know where it is, and it's often Japan is a small country, and you can actually figure out where you are. In Canada, they can give you the road name, and you still have no idea where you are because it's a gigantic country. In this case, line 47. The only readily available knowledge in my head of where lines are is in the near Toronto area. So as a temporary, we're gonna loosely place things in the in the general Guelph, Mississauga, Toronto area. But let's see where we are. We're heading west. Yeah. The volume dropped on the music again. Pull that back up. And yeah. Here's an interesting fact. I was just hanging out recently, and I was contacted by someone who wanted to get me to do some audio voice work, be an audio voiceover, which is always flattering. So I stated that we were in the rough vicinity of Toronto. We now know it's in a 519 area, and it's on line 47. I think 519 is in the Kitchener area, like in and around and down in here, maybe even up where Shelburne is. Line 47. So let's just drop one there. And we'll see if we can find line 47. Typically when you get into these streak marks, those would be the lines. So let's zoom in and see if we can find line 47 here. Old baseline, okay. Ooh, the Cheltenham Badlands. These are an amazing area, and if you ever get the chance to go there, it's just beautiful. Scenic, beautiful. Line 47, where would that be? Side road 5, line 9, 6th line, 5th line. Maybe we're going about this the wrong way. All right, we're gonna keep looking. We're in this general vicinity, line 47, just like Agent 47. Ah, what else? Actually, that was a side street. I mean, it's not a good side street, but it's a side street. Let's, can we go that way? 106th Road. Line 47 and 106th Road. Perth. Perth East. Where the heck is Perth? I always thought Perth was near Goderich or Listowel. Perth. Perth. I don't think Perth is down this way, is it? No, it's... I'm not seeing Perth over there. I don't think... I mean, here's Niagara Falls. This is the border between Canada and the United States. Is Perth over this way? Once again, I'm proving that I have no idea where my geography skills lie. Oh, there's Perth. Perth East, line 47. You know, 106 and 47.
One Haley said, did you say Perth?
That I did. If you take a look at this road sign, it says Road 106, Perth East. So I'm checking out Perth. Now then. I don't see 106 or 47 anywhere in here, and that's fine. And it might not even be here. I still maintain that it might actually be more distant. Might actually be completely somewhere else. Perth East, 107 and 47 and 106.
One Haley said, never been there myself.
Well, I don't know if I've been there. That's the problem with this game. I have no idea if I've been there or not. Because I don't know where there is. Once we solve this puzzle, we'll know if we've been there. Part of me really still thinks that... See, the phone number was 519, so it's very possible to be near Ottawa. I still think it's down near Mississauga, personally, but... God, I hate this song. Should really remove that song. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Perth East. Well. 106 and 47. Ow. It's got to readjust. 106 and 47. Yeah, I'm not seeing nothing. So let's keep going until we can find something a little more definitive. 7. Can't remember which way we came from. I think we were going this way. Yeah, we were going west. So, yeah, as I was saying, local establishment contacted me, wanted to do some voice acting. And I'm incredibly flattered. I said I'd look at my schedule, which is a bald-faced lie because I have no schedule. If I'm not streaming, and then I'm sleeping. That was King Street. Is anything down that way? Anything over here on King Street? Nope. Line 47 it is. Keep going until we can find some sort of civilization. I think that's a cemetery ahead of us. Oh. It's a cemetery. I think we passed by a sign. Oh, there's a hidden driveway in this area. Bonus points for anyone if I can spot the hidden driveway. I think we're getting near to a town. Oh? It's not a town per se, that's more of a motorhome, but I think we're getting close to a town. We're definitely somewhere in Ontario, though. Stop sign ahead. Not too terribly long ago, I made a road trip out to Owen Sound, which is up on a shore of Lake Huron in the Great Lakes. And that was a fun little trip. It was enjoyable. Perth Road 107, line 47. Fresh cut flowers. Perth Road 107. See, there it says 107 and it's got a little highway marker. Like a highway marker of importance. Like, hey everyone, look at this highway marker. I really don't think that it's up there. I'm... It's gotta be down here. See, there's 125, right? We're looking for 107. 109. Fergus. That's Gowan's town. You know who lives there? Gowan. Happy Canada Day, everybody. There's 107. Come on. So we've got A107, and it's in the rough area where I thought it might be. Doesn't mean much of anything. Now we were also looking for line... Oh yeah, Perth Road 107. We were also looking for line 47. Can we find line 47? There it is. There's King Street. So, good for us. I don't think we passed anywhere near Lisbon. I don't even know if we were on line 47 to begin with. I think we were. So let's rewind back. And this is us on line 47. This time we're going to go east. See if it'll take us to Lisbon. See, always trust your gut instinct. Something told me that this is going to be in the Kitchener-Waterloo area and around where the Cheltenham Badlands were. And gosh darn it, we were almost correct. And something tells me we're going to enter into Lisbon very shortly. There's a side road, 105. So if we head east, we hit 105. Oh, where's road 105? That's 106. Da, 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 da. That's not what we were looking for. We were looking for 105. So 106 might be a little too far. That's 106. There's King Street. Oh, 7. 107. King. 106. Is this a tiny little road? Was 105? Is that it? Doesn't say. Also, 105 seems to extend north a little. As if that were 105. But at any rate, let's pop one right there. And yeah, let's take our guess. There we go, everyone. See how we did. 61 meters. That is incredibly respectful, and I'm gonna be enjoying that too. Once again, everyone, this one was really close to Kitchener, and not anywhere near close to Gowanstown, home of Gowan. Happy Canada Day, everybody! Final round of the game.
Tethercat said game 1, round 5. Tethercat said game 1, round 5.
And I think we're still doing good. Audio's a little low on the music. The Stream Ninja is holding up admirably, and I'm incredibly pleased with this. Probably pull it down here. Okay, let's do... What's up next? I guess we're going for the next round. It says here, YT2. I can only think that would be the Yukon Territories run. The Yukon Territories for this one, everybody. Luckily, the Yukon Territories aren't that big. They're just this entire landmass right here. So this should be easy. I say with absolute and complete facetiousness. This is going to be incredibly difficult. But we are well north of the tree line. Once again, everybody, we're up here.
One Haley said I was going to say. Depth has the West Coast gray.
Yeah, definitely it does. Absolutely. So that's where we're currently doing it. I have Japanese viewers, and if anyone in Japan is wondering where we are right now, we're up here. I'm over here. This is up here. We're going to try and see if we can figure out where we are up here. Also, the tree line is basically this. Anything above this is really hard to get trees. So we're up in the very... Like, we might even be down here, just looking at the trees. We're definitely in and around the White Horse area. So, where are we? Let's head north. It could be a short jaunt. It could be a long jaunt. We're heading north, and I don't know why. Maybe we should head south, see if we can find... Sourdough Sodbusters. Instant gratification. That's not the voice that I'm going to use when I do the
One Haley said YT2, also known as. I watched a documentary on this ages ago.
Well, here's one. You can see on the screen there's one. Oh, and here's two. So we're somewhere on this road. And this road goes a long way. So let's drop a tentative pin down near Carcross. We'll see if we can figure out where we are. Once again, everyone, we're somewhere in there. Northern edge of BC and north near Whitehorse. But we're going south because north is a fool's errand when you're in the Yukon Territory, and we're near Scott Road. So if anyone wants to go to Scott Road, that's where we are. Ooh, Klondike Highway. Well, we kind of knew that. We haven't gotten off of YT2. Does seem to have transitioned from YT2 to Klondike Highway, mind you. I wonder if that's intentional. I don't think so. I think 2 just kind of comes down here. Anyway, let's continue on. Going south. On the Klondike Highway. You know, they say that the littlest hobo was once along these roads. Actually, I don't get a chance to show you the scenic landscape. There's a lot of rocks up in this area. Well, might as well pull out the Canadian joke book. We're in the Yukon, everybody. Canadian joke book time. Yeah, these are all parliamentary jokes. Let's not do that. Politics, language. Jokes that make fun of the indigenous. Jokes that make fun of the queen. These jokes are all at jokes, not with jokes. I don't like that. $4 joke book, everybody. Jokes about Quebec religion and Quebec politics. Jokes about people from Newfoundland. Jokes about work and workers. Yeah, these are horrible. What do employees of Atomic Energy of Canada eat during their lunch breaks? Fish and chips. Fish and chips. Employees of Atomic Energy of Canada. $4 joke book, everybody. I have good news and bad news, says a person. Another person responds, let's hear the good news first. To improve postal efficiency, the Canadians and the Americans have arranged to merge their postal services. What's the bad news? The bad news is that the Canadians will run it. How do you get 500 Canadians into a taxi? Send in a union shop steward and the rest will follow. Winnipeg merchants are the most moral people on earth. Consider the following problem in ethical behavior. A customer buying an item for $10. Oh, hold on a sec, we got a side road. Horse Creek Road. A customer buying an item for $10 hands the clerk who works in the store what he thinks is a $10 bill, but really what is a $100 bill. The moral conundrum is expressed in these terms. Should the clerk share the $90 with the owner of the store or not? Yuck, yuck, yuck. How does a Canadian pupil learn their ABCs? They recite A, B, C, D, E, F, G, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. The joke there is GST. And I use that joke term so loosely. My God, we're stuck in the Yukon. We're not finding anything. That's a long road trip, everybody. Let's keep at it. Here's a thing on Honest Ed's. So, okay. Honest Ed's was a department store in Toronto, going back to the 1950s and then progressing until the early 2010s. In fact, I think it might have shown up in Scott Pilgrim. Honest Ed's was an institution. It was a dollar store, it was a thrift store, it was a department store. And it had the wittiest signs. It had the wittiest slogans. It actually became the pride of Toronto because of those witty signs. So this joke book actually chronicles quite a few of those. Full-page newspaper ads, zany slogans, puns. Oh God, and they're all the worst ones. That's stupid. Okay, never mind. Jokes on religion, jokes on graffiti? Graffiti joke? Oh, it's a golf court. Oh, it's sports jokes. They got sports jokes. Maybe that's okay. Sure, let's run with some sports jokes. Here's Canadian sports jokes, everybody. The golfer trudged off towards the 19th hole, muttering, "That was my worst game ever." The caddy replied, "You mean you've played before?" Okay, that was kind of a funny one. More so because it probably didn't have anything to do with Canada. The golfer, teeing off, astonishes his caddy by yelling, 3.67. The caddy asks him, why is he yelling such a strange number and not the traditional 4? The golfer replies, don't you know? We've gone metric. Can't help but think that this joke book came out in the 1980s. All right, that's it. I'm not diving. You know what? I'm just gonna toss that aside. We're done. We're done with that one. No more Canadian jokes, everybody. We've all suffered, and today is the 158th anniversary, and it's a time of celebration. All right, we don't know where we are. We're in the Yukon. You know what? Given where we are, I am confident we're right there. Hey, we were only 23 kilometers away. That's it. That's the entire game won. Now then, we're gonna start game 2, round 1, and yeah, here we go.
Tethercat said game 2, round 1. Tethercat said game 2, round 1.
Good job, everybody. Good job. Okay, everyone. Game 2, round 1. Let's see where we are. We're in British Columbia on BC 97. British Columbia is right there. This entire section is British Columbia, everybody. We're somewhere in British Columbia on BC 97. It's a 3-lane road, not a 4-lane. And yeah, let's, I guess, head... I mean, we're in British Columbia, so if we head west long enough, we're gonna hit water. So let's head west. Let's drive into the sunrise. Actually, we're going west. This is the sunset. Let's drive into the sunset here on this road in British Columbia. BC 97. Sign there. New life cycle. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. Alright. BC 97, everybody. Oh. What else? Get that out. Trucks. Trucks over 5,500 kilograms. Check your brakes. Guess we're on a hill. BC 97. I grabbed a quick bite to eat before the stream. I managed to go and grab some noodles, and I cooked up some Commodore Crescent I had. I cooked up some chicken wings. Had a nice hearty meal of pasta and chicken wings tonight. Oh, what did that say? BC 97, and for one moment it says Caribou Highway. So we're on BC 97, but we're also on the Caribou Highway. I don't know where any of that is. There's 97. Come on. Somewhere in this area, generally. Okay. Well, it looks like we got a road sign up ahead. But that was a road sign back there. Yeah, Commodore Crescent. And we're really close to brake check. That's the name of the location we're at, everyone. We're at brake check. Everyone, take a look at your map, see if you can find brake check.
One Haley said def need another sign. 97 is a Lugoong highway.
Well, here's one. Maybe it's another brake check. Oh, Mackenzie Avenue. That's great. Thanks. But if they're talking Mackenzie Avenue, then we're really close to at least an area of civilization, you know? Oh, looks like I took Mackenzie Avenue. So I guess we were heading south. We were heading west, but I guess now we're heading south. Welcome to Williams Lake. Okay, well. Oh, and there's Williams Lake. Sorry to say it, Haley, but I fully agree with you. And there's Caribou Highway. I fully agree with you on the whole. 97 is a really far distance away. But I think we just lucked out. I think we just lucked out. And I'm putting my pointer there, and here we go. We were 2 kilometers away. We're 2 kilometers away. Not bad. Not bad. Take 2 kilometers. In Canada, I can walk 2 kilometers. I mean, in Canada, I'm happy with that one. So yeah, that's game 2, round 1. Let's hope the others are as equally good.
Tethercat said game 2, round 2. Tethercat said game 2, round 2.
Alright, everyone, we're on Edward Street. It definitely looks like a suburb. And definitely looks like autumn. This is north. Actually, whenever you get the full-on north, south, east, west, it really makes me always think of the Toronto area because, once again, the roads, they just branch out into these weird east, north, west, east, south type things. So, let's head down Edward and see if we can find some civilization somewhere. We're at Edward and...
One Haley said regular square curbs. Def not a BC suburb.
Yeah. We're at the end of the road and it looks like Roger Street. Edward and Roger. You know what? Something about this house makes me think it's the East Coast, like Sydney, Nova Scotia. I don't know what it is. It's got that vibe all of a sudden. Oh. Miramichi. Miramichi. Where's Miramichi? Is Miramichi on the, Miramichi. Where's Miramichi? I can't remember if that's British Columbia or if that's, like Newfoundland. Miramichi. I really suck at geography. I'm really bad at it. But anyway, this is the city of Miramichi. That's good. Furry Creek. I might be having some people watching who are lurking in the background. Everyone, if you get the chance, head over to Vancouver and go to Furry Creek. Miramichi. Cannot remember where that is. Anyway, let's continue on. We know that we're in Miramichi, near Edward and Roger. The question is, where is Miramichi? What province is that in?
One Haley said, I like the East Coast guess. I had the same feel. Trees and houses felt East Coast-ish.
It kind of did, yeah. And we know that Miramichi is near Three Rivers, apparently. Oh. Station Street. All right, let's go back to where we were. And let's head east. And if we're on the East Coast, then maybe we'll find water. Sure, it's a shot in the dark, but we're gonna run with it. Miramichi. What's going on here? What's this? Oh, it's just some construction workers. Ah, Miramichi, New Brunswick, everyone. We're in Miramichi, New Brunswick. We're gonna have to say farewell to Furry Creek. We're gonna head over to New Brunswick on the other side of the entire continent. We're looking for Miramichi. The city of Miramichi. Good luck to all of us. Miramichi. Miramichi. Well, Miramichi is also near Three Rivers. We know that much. I had a good time over in Minto. I traveled to Minto not too
One Haley said goodbye Furry Creek. You are a nice place and the filmed Happy Gilmore there.
I did not know that. I did not know that they filmed Happy Gilmore in Furry Creek. That's your that's some amazing trivia. Thank you for pointing that out. Miramichi. Yeah, there's Miramichi. Okay. Now we're looking for Edward and Roger. This is Newcastle. We know we're close. We know we're close. North Shore Construction. Wasn't that pretty much where we were? Looking for Edward and Roger. There's Station Street. We were really close to Station Street at one point. There's Roger. There's the Castle Machine Works, and there's Edward Street. There's Burns. So let's head back to where we were. When we started, we just traveled a little bit north. And we found ourselves at Burns Street. It's just a little bit north. And when we started, there was a house there. We traveled a little bit south, and we found ourselves at another intersection. So we're definitely in between two intersections, and there was a house. I put it right about there. Let's just rewind it, and we'll see if we can figure out where we are. We're almost lined up with the edge of that house. And as far as being on the road, we're on this side of the road. There we go. I consider this to be a 0 meter guess. That's my 0 meter guess, everybody. Here we go. Survey says 3 meters. I'll take 3 meters. Good job, everybody. That is Miramichi in New Brunswick in Canada. Hooray!
Tethercat said Game 2, Round 3. Tethercat said Game 2, Round 3.
Okay, everyone. Let's pop on to the next. We are on Aliceford Road, and I'm also going to ask for another hydration check.
Tethercat said hydration check. Tethercat said hydration check.
Nice. Okay. Now then. Coming in the bottom of the hour, and we're on the round 3 of game 2. I think we could do round 3, 4, and 5 and be done by the top of the hour. So we still got another half hour ahead of us, everybody. But before then, we're on Aliceford Road. Aylesford Road. Those are some trees, all right. Let's head north. Hello, road sign. Loon something something Estates Drive. Oh, let's see what that is. Not telling us what that is. Let's continue on this way, and we'll see if at some point we can ding off to the right. I have a feeling that we want to head to the right. There's a license plate on this car. That is a short car. Yeah, it doesn't say. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't think of anything to play for Canada Day, and I was struggling for that. And I thought, do I have any Canadian games? And I really was angling towards Scott Pilgrim. And I opted not to do Scott Pilgrim, obviously. As Canadian as that game absolutely is. Well, we're near Lake George, we know that much. So we are definitely in some watery type area. Head north, head north. We're in lake country. I'm trying to think of any other Canadian things I can do. See, the problem is that the last years, whether it was last year or the second year before that, those years involved, I think they were on weekends, and I was able to play Canada Day celebrations and festivities on a weekend. I just opened it right up. I think I did it a lot. Watched movies, TV shows, Canadianisms here, there, and everywhere. But this time around it's on a Tuesday night, so it's a little bit more restrictive. I can't do everything I want because I'm going to be heading to work in about 12 hours. So that's why I say we're going to wrap this up in the next half hour, and then that'll be the end of that. Oh, pardon me. There's a lot going on this road, but there's no major intersections. A lot of people live here, but it's just a long stretch of road. Welcome to Canada. In case you wonder where we are, I mean, I would suggest we're in some sort of highlands, just looking at these land masses. And we know off to the side there's lakes down that way. So we could be anywhere in Canada at this point. I don't even have a guess I can spare. Oof. Well, we're not in the Rockies.
One Haley said Manitoba.
Yeah, I was gonna suggest it was gonna be pre-prairie, because we're not in the flatlands.
One Haley said I don't know any place named Lake George.
Yeah, well, I'm sure George doesn't know of any place called Lake Haley, so it's equal. I think you're right about Manitoba. Aylesford Lake. So we're on Aylesford Road heading towards Aylesford Lake. We can take a blind look over at the Manitoba, but... yeah, here we go. Lake George and Aylesford Lake. Good job, everybody. Good job. This tells us nothing. We've been heading north, and this tells us nothing. Hello, what are you? East Dalhousie. Dalhousie, that's in New Brunswick, isn't it? Dalhousie? Oh, I think Dalhousie is in New Brunswick. Is it in Nova Scotia, Dalhousie? Dalhousie. I mean, it's definitely not Prince Edward Island. Dalhousie. We're back at Miramichi. Wouldn't it be funny if it was like right next to Miramichi again? Dalhousie. Let's check out Manitoba, because why not? Briefly check out Saskatchewan, because they might have something over there. Dalhousie. That's... Looks like there's more to this road sign, so let's just skip forward a little bit. Nova Scotia Park. Good. So it's Nova Scotia. We're in Nova Scotia. Dalhousie.
One Haley said wait, I have seen Dalhousie signs before. As a kid. Did a summer in NS.
Did you now?
One Haley said LOL, said NS as I typed.
So maybe you do know a place named Lake George. Oh, there's East Dalhousie. Okay. And now we're looking for Aylesford Road, Lake George. There's Aylesford Road. And we've been heading north pretty much the entire time from where we started. There's Lake Paul, which I think Lake Paul was... Actually, it says Lake Paul was behind us. We've come from East Delahoosie. We've come from Lake Paul. So, and there's Lake George, which we passed by because we headed north. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm gonna put us there. That's where I'm putting us. Nova Scotia, we're looking right about here on Aylesford Road. Well, let's see how we do. We're 4.5 kilometers away. Still respectable, quite respectable. Quite respectable indeed.
Tethercat said game 2, round 4.
Right. Well,
Tethercat said game 2, round 4.
Get a bit of a stretch in. Just make sure everything is still up and running. Everything looks really good. I'm incredibly impressed with the chat window. Being able to take in both Twitch and YouTube commentary. Very nice. Okay, let's head to game 2, round 4, and we're in New Brunswick on 116, so let's head back where we were. And we're looking at 116. That could be literally anywhere. There's 114. 115, 116. We're right there, everybody. We win. Just a little northeast of Fredericton, northeast of Minto. Once again, I really enjoyed going to Minto when I traveled there. I have fond memories of Minto. Let's see where we are. This daylight is not going to help us. This is west. So the sun is setting, so we're facing off against a setting sun while we try and figure out where the heck we are.
Untrained Estimab said BSTVwares on streambo.com. H.
There we go.
Tethercat said boo. Tethercat said boo.
This is what happens when you have 17 different programs running. You hope that they all play nice with each other. You hope. You cross your fingers and you want. Alright. Continue on this road. Earlier, I tasked Greed, our faithful and loyal viewer, whom we
Greed underscore 1914 said Siri doing good work it seems.
Siri's doing good work. I was just about to mention you, the Greed. Earlier, I tasked Greed with finding a Canadian Twitch emote, and it made me sad that we still haven't seen anything. Not like I'm not guilt tripping, you know, it didn't make me sad. I'm just saying that I was looking forward to it. And this is one of those integrations between Siri, SpeakerBot, StreamerBot, that for all the integrations I'm running, Social Stream Ninja, which is currently carrying the chat, does not have it. There's no handshake. Okay, we got Leckney, we got Handcourt, and we got Briggs Corner. Lecky, Harcourt, Briggs Corner. Lecky, Harcourt, and Briggs. There's Harcourt. There's also Harcourt. Oh, 116 goes a little further. Lecky, Harcourt, and Briggs Corner. I have hiccups all of a sudden. Keep going down until we see if we can find Lecky. Great, now I got the hiccups. How'd that happen? Wonderful. Okay, I think we're pretty far from Lecky at this point. Zoom out. You know that we're in this general vicinity anyway. Here's Brian's Corners, here's Smith's Corners. We're in this area. Well, let's continue on a little bit further. How'd I get hiccups? Lecky Road, Briggs Corner. Go down Briggs Corner, see if we can find sort of an area. Dum 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 dum. Siri does do good work, and I really appreciate SiriBot. I noticed that the majority of spam comments... Oh, we're definitely not finding anything on Briggs Road. The majority of spam comments come from Twitch. I don't find YouTube gets nearly any spam comments. But the flip side to that, YouTube gets more spammers. More bad agents. People with you know, an impolite misdemeanor. So you find the people on YouTube and you find the bots on Twitch. That's where the difference lies, in my observations, of course. Where are we? Come on. Once again, this view is not helping matters. Speaking of which, it's you know, we're past the summer solstice, and it's currently 8:45. I bet you right now I'm looking at the sun outside my window and the sun reflecting on my wall. This is pretty much where the sun is in the sky currently, where I am. So I might as well be driving west. This is a pretty accurate one-to-one depiction of life at the moment. Happy Canada Day, everybody. What was that one that Greed used? It was Popcat. I think it was Popcat. That made me laugh. Just a cat with a really big, wide mouth. I love that Twitch emoji. That made me laugh. God, where are we? What's this? Means nothing. I feel like squinting. I need my sunglasses on, and I should put a visor in the window.
Greed_1914 said Pogbones PogChamp.
Pogbones PogChamp. I don't know why, but Twitch emotes make me laugh. They're just They're cute, they're funny, they're little tiny snippets of cartoonish humor. I love them. Keep up the good work, Greed. Keep up the good work. Where the hell are we? Oh, finally! Thankfully, finally! We're at the end of the road, everybody. We were heading south. Now we're at 10 Chipman, 10 Minto. Headed south and we hit 10 Chipman, 10 Hipmo. There's Minto. Oh, there's Chipman. There's Minto. Okay. So we were on 116. There's Briggs Corner. I think we were near Briggs Corner, if I recall. Yeah, because we were up here looking at all these other corners, and we were looking for Briggs Corner. We were pretty much right here. Okay. Well, if that's the case, then let's just drop a pin there, and we'll move on to the final round. 235 meters. I'm quite content with that, everybody. Now we're on to the final stage, and it's going to be game 2.
Tethercat said game 2, round 5. Tethercat said game 2, round 5.
And as soon as the lights go down, I think that there's going to be fireworks in town. Scare all the animals. Well, we're on Highway 6. Where's Highway 6? Who knows? But this does seem Ontario-ish by landscape. This looks like Ontario. And that looks like beach sand. I don't think that's Canadian Shield. Well, let's head northwest on Highway 6. And let's take a look at some of the local businesses. Oh, we got Campwood bundles for sale. That's nice. Campwood firewood. I think we're in possible cottage country, or at least off the grid. Highway 6. So again, my gut instinct says this is Ontario. Check out the license plate of this vehicle. Could be Ontario. But I'll tell you, this here, that looks like Canadian Shield. That there totally looks like Canadian Shield. The Canadian Shield, why I keep mentioning this. The Canadian Shield is a rocky landmass that extends up from the Appalachians, as per my understanding. So, it goes pretty much up in there.
One Haley said feels like the Sault Ste. Marie area.
Yes, you're thinking it's the Sioux, eh? If there's something in around Highway 6 in the Sioux. I'm not readily seeing a Highway 6 up here in the Sioux. There's 6. Just going down here through Little Current, Lake Manitou, South Baymouth. And it cuts over to Tobermory. This feels like Tobermory type area. Bruce Peninsula. Yeah. Wyerden. So we're in this general vicinity. Now we got to figure out where we are. Okay, good stuff. I mean, it even goes down into Hanover, and then all the way down to Fergus and into Guelph, and beyond. Like that road, this is a road that goes from Manitoulin Island to Hamilton. This is where we are. We're along this road. It could be there, could be there, could be there. But at least we have a rough knowledge of where we are at this point. So, let's continue on. Highway 6. I figured it just felt like Ontario. Just has that vibe. That means that this is more like the Niagara Escarpment at this point. Not the Canadian Shield at this point, it's an escarpment. I don't know, does it feel like Bruce? Does it feel like the Bruce Peninsula? It's got bike trails. That's synonymous with the Bruce Trail. I don't know. The last time I was in Bruce... You know what? When I was back in high school, and Haley, you might remember this because we were educated together in that same area. One of the classes that our high school took was to the Bruce Nuclear Peninsula, I think it was. We went to the Bruce Nuclear Peninsula. And I don't remember a lick of it. All I remember was this really horrifically long road trip. We had to leave at 4 in the morning to get there for noon. I don't remember a thing about it, and then we left, and it was another 8-hour drive back. It was a long drive. It was a long day for high school kids. So, anyway. Okay, where are we? Hidden Valley Road, Johnson Harbor Road. That doesn't tell us anything. Crane River. Welcome to Crane River. Okay, now that tells us something. We're on 6 and we're looking for Crane River.
One Haley said the only places I went with school was to go cross-country ski or a trip to Ottawa.
Yeah. I never did an Ottawa trip in school. In either public school, which I had the option, but I was bullied back in public school and I did not take advantage of it, or Crookshank. Isn't that the name of the cat from Harry Potter? Or in high school, I had the option to go to an Ottawa trip and I did not go there either. I did go to Ottawa on a road trip much later on in my life with my college friends, and it was glorious. It was wonderful. We had a great time. It was with people that I chose to be with, who wanted to be with me, and we had a very fun time. That was good. I think we're up in this area. Just generally. Crane River. But anyway, yeah. So I've been out to the Bruce Peninsula area, but I don't remember a lick about it. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll keep wandering around a little bit. Do you have any other road signs? No. Okay. We're in Crane River. Welcome to Crane River. Actually, no. Oh. Just saw a road sign somewhere. Bike route. Yeah. For all the places I've been in Canada, for all the vast territory, there's still so many places I have not been. Canada is so large. so incredibly large. Alright, road sign, what do you got to say to us? Same thing. Johnson's Harbor and Hidden Valley. Let's head north. Ah. Well, we are coming into the top of the hour. So if I want to cut this in the next 5 minutes, we can either put in a blind guess or hopefully stumble into some sort of civilization location. Depending on how long this trail goes, we might just have to put a blind spot on the map and then end it. We'll see how we'll play it out over the next minute or so. But I think we're going to cut the stream at the top of the hour. We're so incredibly close. Yeah, it's going to be a long road. We're not anywhere close to anywhere. Alright, let's briefly reset, and we'll head backwards, going south this time. And we'll take a really quick jaunt this way, and if there's anything great, and if not, then we'll call it. Sometimes you're parked right next to a major location, and you just don't turn around, you know? Yep, Bruce Trail. We know we're close to that. So we are in Bruce. We're not on Manitoulin Island. We're on Bruce. Oh, what's that? Dyers Bay Road. There's Dyers Bay. So if we head south, Dyers Bay Road. Okay, we're going to put it there. We're going to go for it. Everyone, here we are. 190 meters. I am content with this. And there we go, everyone. That's OpenGuessr Canada for this Canada Day celebration. I want to thank everyone for showing up. I want to thank everyone for being a part of the stream. It's been a great time. We're gonna call it. We're gonna have ourselves an enjoyable rest period. And yes, I want to thank everyone for showing up. I want to thank everyone for playing along. The top of the hour. I guess the only thing I can say to you is take off, eh?
Great _1914 said Canada.
That's the Twitch emote I was looking for. Thanks, Greed. You're the real MVP. Take off, eh? You hoser. Good night, everybody.
Tethercat said take off, at. Tethercat said take off, at. Tethercat said Canada.